All right. Good morning. So somebody told me or asked me today to look at HDRN, which is, I believe, when I asked my buddy, he said this was something that had to do with hex. Don't quote me. If it is, drop some info in the comments and let me know what's up. I'm just dropping an idea off this chart that I did today, created from this drop here at the 48,669 Satoshi level all the way down to find support at the 55.48 Satoshi. You're in the range here up to 6693 Satoshi where you see this bull flag pennant within this channel trying to break out. You'll have this breakout zone here, which is about a 35% run up from 23,725 to this whole range of this triangle setup for this breakout, which will give you a possibility of a 382% runner. Though you have this hard resistance here, and you could be still ranging here. This coin is fairly new, and I think so. Just be careful. These are just ranges. But let's go over some of the charts that we've done in the live chart the other day. And just go over any updates from it. Alright, starting with ADA. If you look, it's holding the line, but it's retested this support line we had here after this bounce. So we're going to look for a lower trend. We have this drop here, so we know that our top is right here for this channel. I use a flat bottom tool to find my trend. This is my range from here to the bottom here with a current bounce support line based off of this major candlestick right there. That's why it's bouncing and holding right here, just because of the major bounce right here off this reversal, off this candlestick dip. You have major price ranges topped off at here. Support here, drop here with possible support if it fails this channel here to find ranges to buy in those two areas. If you look at this on a larger time frame, if we scan backwards, say look to the day, and you could see how that small section is just finishing off what's really been dropping. That's why I feel heavy around here on these lower levels. But once you go below this green line drop support, that's when you can get a sweet spot buy-in around here. But still watch out because you're retesting in this range right here. That setup is your point of control. So you still have possible drops depending on how low Bitcoin goes, because really that's what is going to make the rest of altcoins drop. So you have the possibility to drop all these to these zones to have a perfect buy-in to go for your long setup afterwards for the next few years to gain a 11x. Oh, let me save that bad boy. So all we have to do is kind of update on it. And let's see what the king's doing. Let's clear some of this up. Some of the lines right there. We're still in range. Been testing this drop line right here. Price focus in these 4 channels. This will be a breakout line. So pretty much if you think about it, what you have here is just nothing but a triangle setup. Where this is your top of your flag to here. And this is your drop setup. Create your support trend line. You can do it with GAN fans. So you can actually find your channel. So as you can see, you failed to retest the breakout to go back to your channel trend up in this blue channel. So you're now focused on this midline channel in the white. You're in the accumulation range. That's very dangerous because whenever you range, if you don't reverse here to retest the breakout here to this triangle setup, you drop to find support here. And if you break this white support line in the base of this white channel, you find your support in this green channel right here. How you can see where the 29K level can be a possibility again, where we can bounce from here and exit in this small time frame here. From this point to try to make a nice run up here, creating our double top from point A to B. With this drop, from this point here, is just following along this connection. So this would be your price action breakout curve. You'll know you'll have more action and possibility to retest here once you go over this curve line here. So it's kind of like just connecting the dots. You know, you go, there's the bubble theory. Target A to target B to target C. You went from point here, went all the way here, ran out of gas, came back down here to pick up some gas, didn't fill up your tank, got up here, now you're dropping. Now you're going to be smart to fill up your gas here all the way so you can run up here. As you can see, Doge is retesting the base of this channel accumulation setup we built up the other day on the first day of class. We're going to look for a reversal around this price point right here. If we fail to have a reversal, we have a sweet spot buy-in at this trend channel where it was a point of control breakout line. So these are two prices of focus if you're going to DCA. Imagine if you're DCAing and you never knew where you're going. You're DCAing all the way down here. I DCA only here and here, giving me more profit or more shares to buy in instead of buying here, 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 taking L's. If you know your main drop was, say, this line right here, was based off this, you knew that was going to fail because of this lower low here. Once you catch this lower low and this double bottom, I always expect the cap bounce lower. That's how I set my trend lines. That's what these trend lines confirm for you. What double tops do. It doesn't like me. It won't. So remember when I said before, if we failed the 12-cent range, 13-cent range, we're probably going to see the 8-cent range, and here we are today. This was that price range I said, and that's what I said when we were up there at 29. And then again when we tested 20, which was right here. Yep. So when you look at this, you can see the ranges that each coin does. What trends you can play, you can scout by just breaking your channels apart. Remember I said rules of three. You either have 3 channels or you focus on 1, 2, 3 lines. You have your drop, your support, your safety net. Without your safety net, you have the possibility for a full retrace. All right, let's go to dot. With dot, as you can see, we're retesting and heading towards this drop that we set up right here with a possible of a total of 83% drop if it fails down to this point of control line at 793 from the exit position at price point 44,380 or 44,38. I'm sorry. These are all your supports. If you fail to hold this line at 1379, you have a drop support all the way to find your reversal on this date to run up here. Or if it fails under here, you're going to go from this date to run down here to a lower full retrace line. So those are your 2 prices you should keep focus on. All right, we're on ENJ. Let's go to the 4-hour because I think it's all working out proper anyways. As you can see, ENJ drop, fell drop, reversed on the GAN fan, retesting the top of this GAN fan. Still in the movement to try to retest for the top. So we're just going to find out where we were going to hit. The fact that it's not going to go to this direction in the green will probably slide through this red zone right here and retest up here, giving us this cross intersection point right here as a top target. With a possibility for the top of this line right here as your range, which as you can see has been your accumulation set up here, accumulation set up here and here. This zone has been retested several times since the 24th of January. Now you have those zones of importance there. You want to find out your drop zone support, which is showed by this cap bounce, which was the base of this. You can create yourself a flat bottom if you'd like for the rest of this duration to give you a channel for the tops and bottom. Where you range and can play safely within these two ranges right there. Up and down, up and down. It is an accumulation channel until you find your breakout. You may have a possibility to take this inverse cup bounce right here before you start your run up for your Wyckoff. So with that knowledge, failure to hold 128, you can expect another buy-in at 117. And hoping you'll start bouncing, creating a new higher low at this point frame right here once you break out of this line. So you're going to find support along this curve, and then as long as you hold that curvature and find support above it, that's kind of like a bull market support band, and you're going to be bouncing off of it all the way up until you reach your top target, and that will be your cup fill to that section right there. So you're buying at 128, targeting hopefully for long term at 484 at this date right there, which would be November of 2022. With a reversal entry probably on the 23rd of July, right around the Summer Olympics. Because imagine if we go to the Olympics and everyone uses this coin, what happens? The world sees how easy it is. Use case, everything. I mean, you don't have to go to overseas and go to waste half of your time in a foreign exchange and then finding which exchange market is cheaper. Oh, you just use your crypto. And guess what? You can travel anywhere, ease of access. And that'll be pretty awesome, don't you think? All right, we're finished with ENJ. It's working out well. Don't got to touch it. Plan is still good. All right. If you want to look at your intraday, you look at your 4 hours, your 45 minutes, see where you're at. Is it good to do trades? Is it good to exit? You know, you're still dropping here. Lower from point drop of this double top drop, you have a lower high, another double top here, creating another drop, another double top here, creating this secondary drop. You're always looking for these bottoms for the support. So cap bounce to cap bounce, these are your cap bounce drops right here. So always watch these lower highs, because with these lower highs, until you surpass it and then peak up and have a higher high at this point, you're still on a downtrend. Don't be committed, stick to the rules. And every time you go to a lower time frame, it just, gives you a clearer picture where you really at in this trend. Where are you bouncing to? You broke out, you're holding that inverse cup. Now you're trying to bounce off and support on this line. If you fail under it, showing that you're back to no volume. That was just a simple fake out, and you're going to continue to drop here harder. This is where you see a lot of knife drops when it falls out of these support lines. But if you don't use inverse cups or anything like that, you miss these breakouts. You miss these run-ups. They're just price action lines, but just manipulated in certain different ways. And then I know that's my plan attack. Look at my indicator. Yep, not too bad. I'm going down to that level, still on a downtrend slope. If I look at the 5 minutes, should be able to give me, see? And have a possibility to break that line as I was talking about to find that lower support, which is this point right here. If you look at dot, it'll kind of explain what I was talking about as well with this projection line. Dropping, finding support, making that cup. For Doge, slow turtle inverse cup, you'll probably get the WXY run up here to the drop here. Wait for this to load up. See? A little bit of up and then drop some more. That's the WXY correction, double top drops. There's a head and shoulders in the making right here, as you can see. So watch out for a reversal and be trapped in this range right here. You have one more breakout to finish your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern in your Elliott wave to hit a double top here. But we'll see if we're on a downtrend already or up. As you can see, this is your downtrend. That would be a head and shoulders like I said it would be. You had to have held this to make sure you bounce off this line right here to make sure it was an uptrend. So watch out for this inverse cup drop for BTC. ADA is showing the same. You have the head and shoulders already. That's what we seen in Bitcoin earlier. That's the pattern that it's trying to fulfill right here. From that head and shoulders, you drop, as you see here, start your inverse head and shoulders for the run up for the fill of your cup. A cup has an inverse head and shoulders. An inverse cup is a head and shoulders. A head and shoulders is a downtrend. An inverse head and shoulders is an upwards trend trajectory. That's why right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's an inverse head and shoulder run up. So if you can set your parameters, you would have already known. Oh man, come on. Giving you from this divergence line to this divergence line right here, a higher low from this point here, showing a reversal in trend and a possible breakout. But because you are within trend here in this channel, always be careful where your double top locations are, because these are your trap zones when you hit those. Because double bottoms are run-ups, double tops are drops. This gives you now your trend ranging 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which that could give you your first cup formation. Your handle, meaning once you exit here, run up here, double bottom here, exit up here. This green line is your price action. And then when it goes up here, this is your trend channel. This is your stop loss. And again, becomes your price action breakout, your support drop, stop loss, price action breakout, trend line support up. These dashes or dotted lines here, when it drops, will be your secondary stop loss support, which will correlate with this trend line right here as your support line on these drops. Said, focus line, again, rows of three lines. Once you break down here, this is your over-under breakout confirmation line. Consider that like you're at your 50, your 786, your one line. Then this is from the 1.618 to the 4.236 line. Once you break out of that channel, you can create a secondary channel for your upwards trajectory and set it up from this peak point right here, this mid-channel line, run it up all the way here. This is your secondary wave. Once you break out of here, this is what you want to play next. And it's kind of just looking at it as an upper and lower channel. And you're just trying to ride the wave up. You can even use a sine wave if you want to kind of get a clearer trajectory. The sine wave, also known as a bell curve. This little sine line, if I chose the top to the base, you can see the possible movements within the lines. So if I was to transition this to the center, come on. You could see that as it followed down, it broke out of the sine wave curve. And you see how it'll flow, where it uses the sine wave as a stop loss line as well. So clean that up again. This is our new focus. Until we break out these channels, I'll probably run for a few days. all the channels of importance within this play. You saw all the work I put behind it. This is what we were going to pick to clean it up and focus on. If this holds, this trend line, this is a 56% runner possibility in 14 hours. But you know that we'll probably find a resistance line here. So we'll just keep it to a safe call of hitting this right here for a possible 25% runner in 8 hours. That's expectancy of this double top. You could even do it like this, so that would be your stop loss line. Short time frame. You see? 24.66% now possibility within this 3-hour time frame with a halfway mark point resistance breakout right there. ADA sure looks pretty though. If we took the full drop to set up this box, ADA would have to drop around here to finish off around here. A total of 5 hours for this 33% if it takes a full drop. This is your over-under line right now. This is price range. The midsection. So that channel from 85 to 88 would be your possible drop line before your breakout. This green line will be your point of control as you see your bounce here, here, breakout here, bounce here, bounce here. This is a very important line. So your total run up from this play possibility, once it goes back from here all the way to 125, the current top of this trend channel, is a 66% possible gain from 77 cents to $1.25. I just want to let you all know, these are all my notes. None of this is financial advice. You are to do your own research. I'm just giving you ways I've taught myself on how to create channels, how to create possibilities, and turning myself from a day trader to a swing trader to possibly becoming an investor. And this is how I'm teaching myself day to day. Just seeing possibilities of what longer time frames, even in a shorter time frame. Every time frame, it doesn't matter. If you chart the same way, you're just charting a different price range. All right, we were at ENJ, so let's go to FTM. Let me show you the current chart. Higher low, higher low. Ooh, fake out. I see you. This range right here is where you're focused on. That's your range. First range. Secondary range is this pivot range right here. Third range is this pivot point here. Breakout range is this section right here. I create this triangle setup like this. But with the disjointed, I create a harmonic pattern like this, which I use this as trend channels. So if I use the top of this line right here, this was a 1 line, this is the 786 line, this is the 50 line, this is the 025 line, this is the 0 line. So creating yourself channels. That's what harmonics do. These points mean channels. That's why this point to this point was a higher low. If you look as on my forecaster how it correlates within these lines, it shows you these trends, shows you the weak support lines. And it shows you, is it time yet? If it's not time, don't force it. The length of this entire play from left to right, from here to here, will take 20 hours and 40 minutes, meaning that could take the possibility from this point to hit from here to here, which is your true triangle. If you look at here, this is nothing but a GAN fan, but I'm doing it manually with different indicators. This point here to this point here at a directional of a negative 29 degrees will take an approximately 281 bars, which is 23 hours and 25 minutes. Like I said, if I was to use a GAN fan and drop my support, you see how those lines would just be part of the resistance. Every part of a GAN fan would be a price action breakout line. As you see, this drop was only focused on this blue GAN channel. Our breakout is around here to break out in this white channel right here. Meaning this is our curve. That is our movement within this channel. Every other bell curve will have some movement of upwards or downwards like this, expecting this as our upwards, which has happened right here. We go through an upwards here, we go through a drop here, expecting our double bottom run up, higher low around here. Double bottom curve, retrace. Right there. That's why these pyramids are set. That's why from here would be this. All this here is all this here. So expect a run up like this, to the top of there. And that's how you find the range of your GAN fan to be set up as well. But I tweak all mine though. If you open your GAN fans, you're going to have a lot more. You have to learn how to play with it. So if do a little cleanup. So I don't like to decelerate down and waste money on the way down or try to catch something that's not there. I mean, you could be a millionaire. I don't care how much money you got, but if you're making these mistakes, you could be a richer millionaire. I'm just saying. I do a lot of work because I don't like to lose money. You work harder when you're trying to come up. When people have a lot of money, they're high risk, high players. A lot of them don't like to watch their money. And I'm just talking out of experience dealing with a lot of friends of mine who don't believe TA helps you. But I'm showing you, how is it like catching levels if you were prepared? Like, look, you could have played this whole trend. Why did you know it was coming down here? Because you're finding a double bottom support. Simple, just like that. And this is shorter time frames, we do the same thing on a larger time frame. But this is how I go down and scalp the lower time frames. Find my trend channel, play this channel until it breaks out. Don't worry about the price above, below it. You already know your focus, right? This drop channel. It's like focusing on one candlestick. Focus on breaking out of that one candlestick. That's all you're doing. So you have a trend range from 128 to 144. All right, we're on H bar, made that nice run up. Go to our 4 hour, see what's really going on. Alright, H bar dropped out of our setup, finding support, trying to break out. Again, the support you're using is the support line right here. That's where you're catching this current support right now. You've tested the support line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, proclaiming that this is a true support line. You need 3 confirmations for resistance or touches, or 3 confirmations for support touches to confirm that line is of importance. Your current trend range right now that you're focused on .26, 0.25, 0.22, hold line at 0.20 with a drop zone at 13 to 10 cents for H bar. This will be your drop zone. This would be your last support area range at 16 cents. You have this line right here that you're going to retest first for a bounce. This is your triple bottom range. 1, 2, triple bottom. Let's move on to link. Link's continuing this downtrend, as you can see right here. Wait for the screen to load for a little bit. Little run up here. You see in the MACD is crossing up. Very nice run up coming up. This was our focus. We broke out, testing this drop right here, meaning you're doing an inverse cup drop. There's that drop setup right here, out of the triangle zone right here. From the top, where chain link began. We were focusing on this drop zone in this circle, which we entered. Now we're trying to find out where in this circle are we actually going to touch. I created several support drop lines. If we fail to hold the 1194 range, we can catch a range in the 528 section, or 828 section, my apologies. You have a last line of defense at this current line right here. Which you can try to find a reversal around these dates. So price range. Of focus for this entire trend to the retrace. With a possible run up off this. Run up to this fake out this triangle here for a 339% possible run up from $7.21 to $26 in 73 days. Long hold play. Like I said, non-financial advice. These are plays I'm about to start playing myself. This is why I'm planning and sticking to these lists, and then going back and forth to these lists if I wanted to scalp. And I'm going to continually check and update with you guys these plays throughout the year. So follow along and let's play and eat together. I don't make money off you, you make money for yourself, and I'm just hoping you learn a lesson and catch a knowledge in between. All right, you can see a little bit on 30-minute. We retested the circle zone. Went up to the secondary range, failed it, dropped out of our range, bounced, and we are now back into our box to head to our 85 target. We accounted for this 75 drop right here for this double bottom, why we put a price target right there. Now going from 75 to an 85 target for the first play in the works. Point A, point B. One day, 18 hours. We're halfway done, giving us 23 hours and 45 minutes for this play. That's if it holds this line. Because you could take a drop here and take an additional 1 day drop to this price range here for a cap bounce. Down here. These are your next prices of focus. Support, breakout, target, or drop. You have to have your target, but you also have to have your exit strategies. So just minor adjustments in plays. Mirror protocol. One of my friends had me look at this, and from just the come up, it's really nice. So I added it to the list. Very consistent on this range right here. Once we broke out of this midline range after this double top drop, this was our drop channel from this range to this range. Why we focus on there. Now we're focused on this exit from this range to this run up here. That's why we created this current channel here. Now that you have a focus on this current drop, now you have yourself another range within a range. You have this range from here to here as your trend channel with a secondary trend channel within this range behind it. So now you know why you enter and exit certain ways. If you don't have energy to surpass 168 or the current point of control bounce line where you broke down from at 165, these are all your levels of focus to the full retrace at 107. So if you fail 140, expect to hold two drop zones from 107 to 123. Remember, I focus on 3 lines at a time, so at current position, I'm focusing on 140, 153, and because this was a drop zone, and if it fails 145, my focus is 153, 140, 123. But currently, it's 140, 153, and 165. Sorry, 172. With a double top max potential at 180. What we're trying to do right now is to curl up and get back into this upper trend channel. Right now we're below channel because there's no volume. So this is what I'm targeting to do, which will take a possible of 2 days just to make this run up here. Once this hits this price range here for Mirror Protocol at price range 167 and it fails to hold this price range at 147, this forecast will let me know that this is a failed trajectory and to look for an exit to find a support in these lower 3 ranges, 139 all the way down to 108. But a nice, almost 100% runner for that play. If it gets out of this accumulation zone to build this cup and handle. First pullback resistance will be, of course, the top of where your double top was. That will be a major resistance line to a drop support here to finish off here and retest back up. Meaning once you exit here, from here, and you exit here, you'll go up here, retest down here. Possible drop here. All right. Go to 1. Harmony 1. Ooh. Harmony 1 has a nice run up coming up. It looks like we doing our impulse wave up. We bounced off of our entry at range around 12 cents, pulling back right here to find a double bottom entry right here around this section. Let's just break this range down. There's your flag pattern right there, creating your resistance, breakout line, support drop trend line. If this doesn't hold this line right here, expect that cap bounce down there. Current price action line breakout would be from here to here. Current support trend line from here to here. Meaning this would be your minor stop loss, secondary to your drop entry. So long as taking a nice drop in this fear zone retracement range as we've placed right here to make another double top run up possible run. You're going to catch a run down, drop, range, support at this price here at 81 with a point of control breakout price at 82, resistance at 84, pullback at 86. Possibility. So just watch these ranges for now, and possible drop back to the 80, giving you a double bottom from here to here. This is your trend line actual. XLM. Remember our box setup we set up that's going to run up here, drop, retested this mid zone, retesting this channel zone to make a run up here, possible at this line resistance. So you have your entry at the 17 range to 05 to 63 and double bottom. But if this double bottoms, look at your possible drop back to 16. So pretty much all you're doing is playing in these ranges. Giving you a current price trend range sitting at 17,699 to 16,464 if possible. That is your channel of focus. And then these two yellow lines, that's your trend. You broke out here, your fear zone will be dropped right here. $15 to $18, possible breakout here. These are all your price ranges of focus for XLM currently, or at least mine. And I'm just sharing my thoughts with you. I'm gonna do ETH, skip Zcash. I'm running out of time. I gotta head to work, fiat mine a little bit. So we've broken down, hit the double top drop over here from price range 25.86. We tested the 25.18. This could be our 1, 2, 3, 4 breakout 5 Elliott wave to resistance point here for this full cup formation. Possible run back down and catch support here at 25.45, which will be the double bottom breakout around here, which will still give us a little bit of a higher high from that point. So just watch out these range. Here's a little scalp range for ETH. Quick. Thank you for chilling with me today. Remember, none of this is financial advice. It's just all of my charts that I'm sharing with y'all. Quick run by I have since we're here on my stocks chart. This is what's happening so far with BBIG. Those were alerts that came up. Drop down from 510 all the way to find support at 216 level right here, which we currently caught the support. Based off of the pitch fan, we filled it. Next, CEI. As you can see, it took a drop from this range of this GAN fan, catching this final support in the 53-cent range. We have a nice retrace to run up where I set up this lower range exit from price point 53 cents, which currently hit $2 and hit the top of my box setup. Pretty nice, right? Well, guess what? Once we drop in thing, we have one more run up to 420, my G's. Enjoy it. I gave you the first exit. Gave you this run up. Catch the second one. Catch this fill. You only get these opportunities, as you can see, March to March. Yearly opportunities. I spy with my little eye a drop that took from 477 down to 426 with a possible drop to, as you can see, if it breaks this blue channel, ooh, as you see, right meow, to 409 all the way down to 350 range. Be very careful. This is a downtrend channel. There is nothing really saying that it's healthy. This is your drop possibility. Watch this range on SPY. This is your current range. From 364 to 484 with a midline channel setup right here at 422. You're failing that channel right now. You're retesting this little line right here. Failure hold that 409 range. These are your drops. Be careful. Let me say, yeah. All right, Tesla created this pitch fan right here, creating this drop. You see him. Watch this red support line within this green support drop horizontal line at 804 to catch this bounce run up to possible 1206 again. This is a nice run, my friends. Not financial advice, just reading what my chart says. This drop setup right here, as you can see, when it failed, accounted for all these already. Just to let you know, don't really change much. I like to plan long. I must say it's worthless, but you know what? To each their own. This is your triangle setup right here. These are your ranges to play. This is gold. You see the resistance of 2091 with a possible re-entry around 1879 to 1819, run up to 2008. Not financial advice. All looking oh so nice though. Oh, don't you do it. Whatever Sentinel one is, it looks like it's gonna do good. All right, last two before I go. We got HUSA creating this drop support from this 284% runner. Bounced off the slope line, made another run up. Non-stop. Create another parameter. Let's see if it'll break it out tomorrow. Goodness gracious. You're a beast. You're a beast. Here we go. We got our flagpole. Let's play golf. HUSA range. Seems like everybody's on this. It's been on the watch for about a week now, I believe. So clear up the plan. There's your current setup. These are your price ranges right now. Pretty amazing what HGSA has been doing lately since this breakout point right here. Look at that. That was just a little safety point, and it just went bananas. From 94, 154 breakout, resistance 343, ran through that 459 range to 560, ran through 793, and a quick jump up all the way to 6. Man, that looks like fun. That's the same thing that PHUN did and ran up to $16 and dropped. Y'all be careful. Bananas. Yeah, this looked just like fun. I remember doing fun last year. Caught it from 573 to $17 in 24 hours. That was a sick run. Then we had that AERC run up. Woo! That was sexy. That was like a 70% run in 58 minutes? Jeez, it was beautiful. So we'll change it. We'll even look up fun right now. See what fun's at. If y'all are typing stuff in comments, I just want to let y'all know if I'm not answering. It's because I'm not looking at YouTube. Kind of just looking at charts right now. I'm sorry. And I'll look at all the comments if y'all did comment later on, and then slide back a feedback to y'all. Appreciate y'all. I know this one's kind of long, but I get excited when I chart sometimes. Fun. Look at these levels. Look at these drops. I just opened it in front of you. Look at this play. Look where it stops. It catches this line. Man, pretty nice, ain't it, though? Setting up your levels. Long plays. That's all you need. Caught a nice run up. See if you can catch this nice double bottom run up for fun. Possible breakout here for fun at price range 240 to get back into the channel at 261 to replay this bad boy up to 319. Possible breakout from that range to 379. Giving you a possible range run at least to this first double top. From base to base in 12 days for a 44% possible run up. And that's all. That's all the time I got today. Appreciate y'all hanging out. And I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Stay blessed. Be good. One love.